I'm back with the second installment of this series of me talking about how I design my characters and my thought process throughout them. This one is a character I designed for my boyfriend, though, and I'm really proud of it, and I really hope he likes it as much as I do. So this character is based off of his computer. It's a Windows 10, I think. I think his is a Windows 10. And it's really cool looking. It has rainbows and lights and stuff, and his keyboard does as well, like I said in the last video. And it's way better than my computer. It runs way smoother, and it's much more sleek, and it just looks a lot better. So I decided to make him very fancy. So the first thing I thought when I saw his was like, oh my goodness, I need to give him a rainbow tie and a suit. And this is me doing the suit right now. I did the tie, but then I decided that his pose would be holding the tie, so I edited it to have the tie over his hand, giving him a suit and shit, a suit and tie, and then fancy shoes. I didn't plan on the top hat originally, but I did finish his pretty quickly. I gave him some fluff around the ankles to show that he's fluffy. This design was pretty easy for me to do because I already had exactly what he would look like in my mind. For Brittany, I didn't really know what I wanted to do with her. I just kind of went with it, but with his, I just had the image in my mind immediately. And this is exactly how I wanted it to come out, so I'm pretty proud of it. I don't know why it's like that. I think I was just doing a bunch of little details and stuff. But there it is. I put a Windows 10, runs smoothly. I think this is when I was asking my boyfriend what I should add, but I added a little bar on the end, and I did some details of the shoes, more writing. I really knew that I wanted to do the rainbow details because that's like my favorite part of his PC. It like cycles throughout the colors and it looks super freaking cool, and especially when it's dark. So I really liked it a lot. And this is when I was doing the tail variations to ask Scott what he wanted me to do with it. He chose that one, so that's what I did. He told me I should put Linux Mint instead of Windows 10 for the first one. I don't exactly know what that means. I'm not much for computers and stuff, but he said it would add a cooler like aesthetic to it. But I did the gray background, and this is coloring, my favorite. I love coloring. I decided to give him the same colors as Brittany when it comes to like the fur and the TV and the screen, but I added the really nice looking rainbows. They're more pastel than the rainbows on his actual computer, but I think it would just fit more with the black. It would just pop out, and all the rest of the colors are like bland and stuff, so I thought the pastel would pop out more than the other one. But I asked if he wanted to give him a mouth, and he said no mouth. So and I think he would be rich and stuff and fancy. And I also made it so he likes R6 like my boyfriend, because he was also obsessed with it at one point. I think he still plays it, not as often I think as before, but I know that he still really likes it. And I also added the detail that he's fluffy. When it comes to his personality, I kind of wanted to base it off of my boyfriend's personality, except if he was rich and posh. So like sarcastically funny, like his sense of humor is sarcastic, and also quoting stuff that he thinks it's funny, which is real. I plan on making comics with these two in the future because they're so funny. I feel like they would be a really funny duo, and I don't know exactly how I should make them meet each other. That's something that I struggle with a lot with characters, because I feel like I write it and then like it's not as meaningful as I want it to be, and then I rewrite it and rewrite it and rewrite it. But I will probably do some comics about them, and it would be cool if me and him voiced them over. I don't know if he wants to, but I think that would be really cool. And I think I'm gonna start to post more on this channel every time I design a character or redesign a character, or like when I do drawings, I'll explain my thought process and the symbolism between them, because one, I really like talking about it, and two, I think it could be helpful for people in designing characters and making, I think it's pronounced Jajinkas, I don't know, the human version of an object, which is what these two are. Just taking little elements from the real life objects and making them into humanoid characters is really fun to me, and I really like adding little details, and it's just really fun to me. I really like it, and I think my commentary could be helpful for other people to like have ideas and inspiration for what they should add to their humanoid versions of objects. And I think I did a pretty good job designing these two, and I think they're going to be really fun to draw, because the thing I struggle with in drawing most is like faces and facial structures. It's really hard because that's the one thing that the human mind goes to as soon as they see a new person. You look at their face, and so I have put a lot of effort into drawing faces to make them look right, to make them like more appealing to an audience. So that's why I like drawing TV head or like object head characters, or just object characters, because you don't really have to pay attention to their face, because you can make it cartoonish and it's just a TV, and you can do whatever the hell you want with their face. So it's kind of more free reign than as if you were making a human character. Most of my characters are human though, because I really like designing those too, like with hair and stuff. You can't really do hair on an object head. Well, and really fun to draw characters and experiment with different outfits and settings for them. So yeah, that's it. Bye bye.